Panthers hope to feast on the Crimson of Maple Grove. These two teams very similar in records. In fact, when you look at their records, they lost pretty much to the same teams. So this could be one heck of a game. Lakeville North and Maple Grove both have 24-5 records. Both teams lost to Wyzetta. Both teams lost to St. Michael Albertville. Maple Grove did avenge their losses to St. Michael Albertville, or their loss to St. Michael Albertville. They lost to them by 13 during the regular season and beat them in overtime in the section championship game, 59-56. And both teams lost to Centennial, too. So many of their losses are similar. They did not obviously play each other during the course of the regular season. Our broadcast today is a service of H&R Block. They have offices in Lakeville, in Faribault, in Owatonna. At H&R Block, they know taxes. Will be bringing you our statistics today. The Dakota Electric Association, Citizens Bank, Minnesota Lakeville, proud of their Lakeville roots. And the Northfield Hospital and Clinics, of course, with a facility in Lakeville and a facility in Farmington in the South Metro area as well. Joining us for our broadcast today, the Crimson non-starters are now being introduced to the crowd here at the Target Center, and it's not close to full. Lower bowl is not even close to full. Here on the opening day of the State Girls Basketball Tournament, Class 4A. We just got done seeing a bit of a yawner as the Eastview Lightning just took it to Prior Lake. Of course, they beat them twice during the regular season by scores of 23 and 29 points. And earlier, they beat them by 34. 78-44 was the final score. And Eastview had every starter play every second of the game. I'm really shocked by that for a couple of reasons. Not least of which they have to play again tomorrow. I mean, why would you do that? So Lakeville North non-starters are now being introduced to the crowd here at the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis. The first time I've been in here since it was remodeled. Very nice. And we have a lot more space down on the floor, too. I don't know if we'll have that much space when the boys' tournament gets underway next week. Because if I remember right, the girls, we always have more space than we do for the boys. They bring the lower bowl out a little bit more so they can have more seating in the lower bowl for the boys. So the Lakeville North non-starters now being introduced to the crowd here at Target Center. Eastview packed them in. I mean, they had tons of people here. Eastview of Apple Valley. Looked like the whole student body was here pretty much. Same's not true for Lakeville North. There are some students here, but not the ton of students that we saw from Eastview of Apple Valley. Of course, for Lakeville North, this is their, it says here, 8th state playoff appearance. It's got to be more than that, doesn't it? That's what it says, 8th playoff appearance, maybe as Lakeville North, but even that I wouldn't believe. Shelley Clemens, of course, was Shelley Soul when they won back-to-back state championships back in 2001, 2002. Boy, were those some fun teams. Andy Birkbaum was their head coach. I saw Andy in the hallway here. Of course, his wife is the principal at Lakeville North High School. Shelley, in her 5th year as the head coach, 111 wins and 38 losses. Her assistants are Angie Craven, who she played on those great teams with back in the early 2000s. Jake Cuffey and Jess Johnson are the others. As they're introducing the starters. For the Lakeville North Panthers, starting at one guard is Kari Makura, a 5'8 senior averaging 7 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. At another guard is Lauren Jensen, a 5'9 sophomore averaging 18 points, 4.5 rebounds, and an assist. She is lights out good, showed every kind of shot imaginable in the section final game against Farmington. And I know in the notes here from Shelley, she says she's being recruited by a number of Division I schools, and it doesn't surprise me a bit. Key James is a 6'2 senior, averaging 10 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, has a number of double-doubles on the season. She's going to play, I believe, at South Dakota. Taylor Brown is a 6'1 senior going to American University. She's just a great all-around player and 6'1 to boot, averaging 10 points, 6 rebounds, and is the leading assist person on the team. Has great vision, has over 3 assists on the year. And Annalise Cheetah is a 5'10 junior for Lakeville North, averaging 15.5 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist, and is an 87% free throw shooter. That's a nice thing to have at the end of a game, folks. 87% from the free throw line. By the way, Jensen, the sophomore, 81%. Maple Grove has Autumn Bleener, 5'11 senior. Abby Schulte, a 5'9 sophomore. Katrina Tice, 5'11 senior. Also, Jordan Lamker, a 5'11 freshman, and Rebecca Taylor, a 5'11 senior, starts for the Crimson of Maple Grove. Both teams have identical 24-5 records, as I noted earlier, and we're just about set to get this underway. You're in tune to KDHL AM, Faribault, Minnesota, where the Girls State High School Basketball Tournament, Class 4A, that's the Lakeville North Band banging the drums in the background. Of course, after this, we'll have the Northfield game. They take on Mankato West out of the Big Nine Conference. I was just telling a gentleman, a reporter sitting to my right, my opinion that they should have an independent panel seed these tournaments, because you can't tell me it's not by design that the coaches wanted South Suburban teams all to be in the same side of the bracket so they wouldn't be playing for a state championship. All the South Suburban teams are on the same side of the bracket. Prior Lake just got done losing to Eastview. And, of course, Lakeville North playing here against Maple Grove. This is a 4 versus 5 seed. Panthers in the number 4 seed. The official gets ready to step in, and we're about set to get underway. Panthers in their red and white. I got my red Panther shirt on as they step in, and the tap is controlled by Maple Grove. Ball's knocked out of bounds. They say it belongs to Maple Grove. So the Crimson will inbound it. I'll give you one guess as to their school colors. Crimson and gold with the white, because they're the visitors here today. Pass comes out front. They're all wearing some kind of a tattoo on their shoulders. A couple of right-handed dribbles. Here's a triple, and it's no good. An air ball. Rebound is taken down by Brown, and Brown's going to clear herself and hand it off to Jensen. Jensen right to left on your radio dial, brings it across that Minnesota Timberwolves logo at center court. Tosses it on the left wing to Makura. Makura looks, coming out high to get the ball. It's Brown. One dribble to her right, hands it off. A couple of left-handed dribbles left side of the lane to get back to Makura in the lane. She's going to force up a shot because she felt contact, but no foul was called, and there was contact. She thought that she was going to get a foul call. That's why she threw the ball up. Didn't happen. Here comes a 3 again, and Crimson lead. Rebecca Tyler, just got her 10th 3 of the season, and it's 3-0 Maple Grove right out of the gate. In fact, not a great shot last time, although I have to admit I would have done the same thing if I'm Makura feeling the contact. In the lane, shots up. It's missed. About an 8-footer was taken by James. And here comes Maple Grove on the fast break. Layup is good, and she's fouled by Jensen. Crimson have come out here looking focused. Well, remember in the section final game, Lakeville North was down 17-5 early and came back and won it rather handily. But that was against Farmington, and she hits the free throw. Moliner is a 71% free throw shooter. If this comes down to free throw shooting, put a check in the Lakeville North column. They're 70% as a team, 65% for Maple Grove. As it's 6-0 Maple Grove. Maybe Lakeville North are slow starters. Looking to dribble, penetrate. Panthers hand off to Brown, trying to get it in the corner, and it's knocked away by by Maple Grove. So Jensen will inbound it. At the free throw line on the left side is James. They bounce it way out high to Cheetah. Gets it on the left side. Jensen's going to shoot a 3. Bottom of the net. That young lady is got a bright future. She's got 3 points. She can do it all. 6-3 is the score. Maple Grove handoff. Dribbling to her left is Lamaker. Almost lost it, the freshman. Brown nearly got the steal. Handoff goes top of the key. They're running a high offense with handoffs. Here comes another three. It's no good. Rebound's taken down by, the Crimson. There's Tad step quicker to the ball. Pass goes on the right side, almost stolen by Brown, and now she did knock it off of Moliner to get the turnover. 6-3 on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. Proudly and conveniently located across from Super Target in Lakeville as Jensen passes it in the corner to Makura. A couple of right-handed dribbles. Right side, looks like a matchup zone here by the Crimson. They get it back out front to Jensen. Jensen looking to operate. Actually, they got somebody solely plastered on her. Now, swing on the right side. Makura has the ball knocked away, and it's stolen by the Crimson. I remember last time Coach Clemens took a timeout when they were down 17-5. It flipped the switch, and man, did they turn things around after that. Here at 6-3, 14:54 to go, first half. All our stats are service of H&R Block. They've got offices in Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna. As they run this high offense, they really don't have much for a post offense. Here comes a layup, no good. Rebound, of course, not many teams do run a post offense these days. We had a tie-up. Possession arrow goes to Lakeville North. So Taylor Brown looks to her coach. Her coach has got a clenched fist on the right hand. Well, I feel old every time I see the head coach of the Panthers because I remember calling her games when she was Shelley Soule. Now coaching 5 years at Lakeville North. Jensen does a crossover, stops, shoots, and misses. Rebounds taken down. Well, there's a battle for it, but the Crimson come out of there with it. If the rebounds are determining this game, Maple Grove might win that battle. Shots up, blocked by Brown, and couldn't save it out of bounds. I say that because the Crimson come into this game a +7 on the glass, and Lakeville North is a +1 on the glass on the season. Average rebounds. In that stat of service of H&R Block. Boy, do they know their numbers. Is inbounding it is Moliner. Passes it out, free throw line extended left. Moliner will play in the All-Star game. Couple of left-handed dribbles. Solo Brown, shots up, no good. Layup missed. Rebound taken down by McCrush. She's triple teamed, and her arm was almost taken off. And they call the foul on Katrina Tice, senior. It's been kind of a sluggish start here. There's really not a lot of flow like Lakeville North likes to have in a game. So we'll see if they can get the tempo to their liking. Curry gets it to Jensen. Will bring it up. She'll be picked up right at half court. They really box that lane up, does Maple Grove. Left side, Brown dribbles to her left. Lakeville North tried to get it inside. It almost got knocked away. James does track it down. Will hand it off to Brown. Turns the corner, goes down the lane. Is shut off by two people. Pass in the left corner. Makura for three. It's no good. Rebound taken down by Tice. 6-3, and the Panthers are pretty cold here early and not getting terrific looks as Tice has it on the right wing. Dribbles toward the baseline. Passes it out front to Moliner. Moliner's going to shoot a long jumper. No good. That was almost at the NBA line. Bringing it up is Jensen for Lakeville North with a very high dribble. Kind of reminds me of Mitch Onstead, the former Faribault Falcon. A couple of left-handed dribbles. They get it inside to James. James, nice spin move, but came up very short on the shot. Inside the paint. Pass goes on the left wing. Coach Clemens telling her team to get their hands up. A couple of right-handed dribbles out front by Schulte, the sophomore. Gets it. They run a double high post now. Schulte gets a wide open layup. I mean wide open, and Coach Clemens takes a timeout. Yep, they're out of sorts right now. The Panthers, the Crimson, lead it 8-3 over Lakeville North. We'll see if Coach Clemens is going to have the same magic she had in the section final back in 30 seconds.
Woohoo! It's what we do at Citizens Bank Minnesota, delivering the best banking services around, starting with our Woohoo Checking, the granddaddy of them all, offering an insanely high interest rate. Next up, Woohoo! Simple, the young adult choice. It keeps it simple, now offering Woohoo You, a youth account with amazing rates for those future leaders. Stop by any of our locations in Lakeville, New Ulm, Lafayette, or LaSalle to find out how Citizens can put Woohoo in your banking. Get more information at citizensmn.bank, member FDIC.
12 minutes, 52 seconds to go here in the first half. It's 8-3 Maple Grove, and we'll see if Coach Clemens does have that magic that she had in that section final. I couldn't believe how quick they turned it over. Within 5 minutes, they went from 17 down to 10 up. Jensen dribbles right, shoots the 5-footer, that's good. Maybe all she said was, Miss Jensen, take the game over. She's got all their points, and it's 8-5. I'm sure that whole timeout, to be quite honest, was about defense, because that was a wide open layup. Here's another three, and it's good. This young lady had 9 threes coming into the game. Rebecca Tyler, she's got 2 in the state tournament. 9 all season, 2 in the state tournament. Brown turns the corner, goes up with a shot. It's a miss, put back up and in. A lot of contact, but no foul. And Coach Clemens not happy, and I don't blame her. James got the rebound and absolutely got bumped into big time, almost knocked her shot off, and it's 11-7 on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. Have scholarships, both Lakeville North, South High Schools, as Maple Grove has the ball at the free throw line, almost turning it over Tice in our lap. As she looks, dribbles to her right, then to her left, guarded by Cheetah. Now they swing it on the left side. Lakeville North man-to-man defense, spinning in the lane, shots up, it's no good, and then again, they didn't box out that time. They were lucky. Cheetah had this Tyler get around her and almost get the rebound. She knocked it out of bounds. Got to box out. I'm sure Coach Clemens just told her that as she's running by her. Box out. Jensen dribbles to her left. Gets on the left side. Lakeville North has improved their spacing here. They bounce on the right side to James. Swings it to Jensen. Jensen, little stutter step move. Got away with a push-off. Goes in the blue paint. Dumps it off to James. James is going to kiss it off window and score. James has 4. And it's 11-9 Maple Grove. Coach Clemens giving instructions to her team as the ball went into the Crimson cheerleaders, and they had to track it down as Maple Grove comes back up. Left to right on your radio dial. Abby Schulte, the sophomore, tosses it on the right wing to Lamker, the freshman. Lamker, a couple of left-handed dribbles, top of the key. Now gets it to the young lady who's hotter than a pistol. Tyler gets it in on Tice. Tice goes to the basket, another layup. Tice has a layup. That can't please Coach Clemens. 13-9 Maple Grove. Jensen to Makura. In very good spacing now on the floor for Lakeville North. Fake handoff, turn it down the lane. Brown fakes another pass, and it's rejected by Tice out of bounds. She went up with a shot. No big deal. She said, I've had my shot blocked before. We'll give it again. Pass goes to Jensen on the left wing. Lobs it on the block. James inside the lane. Shoots the shot. She scores, and she's fouled. James has 6 points already. The 6'2 senior. She's a 60% free throw shooter. Averages 10 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists a game. Yep. Fouls on Tyler. It would behoove the Panthers if they get her in foul trouble. James's free throw is good. So Fire Lake's going to make a substitution here, their first substitution of the game. And it is Paige Hinsey, a 5'8 senior who averages 3 points, 3 rebounds. And Paige has got some muscle. Pass goes on the left side. Lakeville North is now in its zone defense, a 1-2-2, and almost a steal, and it is a steal. Makura throws it ahead to Brown. I love it when teams change defenses on the fly like that. Handoff to Cheetah, misses a layup and throws the ball right into the hands of a white-clad Crimson player. Shots up off glass, no good. Rebound goes off to Jensen. Jensen, and this is the pace Lakeville North likes. They run like Panthers. Goes in the lane, shoots the shot, and it's no good. Rebound taken out by James, back up, and it's good. James has 9 points, and it's 14-13. Lakeville North has just taken the lead. Coach Clemens did her magic again. Again, this 1-2-2 zone, and they've really extended it to the half court. as Maple Grove trying to figure out how they want to attack it. Good job not putting the ball on the deck. They're just passing it around. They get it on top of the key. Little touch pass intercepted by Jensen. Jensen has got a one-on-one, stops, pulls up, shoots, and scores from the free throw line. Jensen scores, and it's 16-13 Lakeville North. I'm really surprised that Coach Cook, in his 13th season at Maple Grove, hasn't taken a timeout here. Pass goes in the lane, shots up, and it goes in by Tice. In a layup for Tice, and Coach Clemens can't be happy with all the layups. Jensen brings it across that Timberwolf logo. Stark blue inside the paint. Long NBA three is short. Rebound put back up by Makura. No good, but she's fouled. Boy, Jensen just took an NBA beyond NBA line three. In fact, one of the coaches just told her that is not the line you want to shoot from. I don't know how you can... I can see it at the Mayo Civic Center because it's not the NBA three, but here it's quite a distance. Makura hits the free throw. She's a 78% free throw shooter, averages 7 points and 3 rebounds. Cheetah's going to get a breather, and Sarah Kuma is in the game for the Lakeville North Panthers. Oh, I was impressed with that young sophomore in the section final as she makes both free throws. And on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard, it's 18-15. Lakeville North. They stay in this 1-2-2. It has been effective. Not as effective, I'm sure, as they'd like, but it got them the lead back. Pass goes on the left side. Now they get it in the left corner. Ooh, a dangerous pass almost picked off. Here's another three, and it's no good. Rebound taken out by Hinsey. Hinsey will get it top of the key. They'll bounce it on the right side. Looking to dribble penetrate. Baseline pass is intercepted. Again, those passing angles are a little different when they're playing this defense. Maple Grove has their third turnover. Jensen just scoops it off glass with a left hand. Lauren Jensen has 9 points, and it's 20-15 Lakeville North. Man, show me what that young lady can't do on a basketball court. Bounce pass goes Maple Grove in trying to attack this 1-2-2 zone that's really extended. Now, they can, if they attack it properly, get some layups out of it, but you just saw last time, passing lanes are a little different. There's a layup, and she made it. They attacked it properly. Autumn Wiener, who scored her 1,000th point in the section final game, has 5 points, and it's 20-17. Jensen lobs it. High post to James, gets it back to Jensen. Bad pass, and she ends up getting a turnover. That's a really bad pass. Going for a layup, and the travel's called on Tice. 4th turnover by Maple Grove. Cheetah will check back in. Makura will get a breather for the Lakeville North Panthers. Of course, our keys to the game, Coach Shelley Clemens, courtesy of Northfield Hospital and Clinics. Well, I think I outlined some of them earlier. One, they got to bang glass because it's a good rebounding team, even though they got more size than Maple Grove. It's been obvious so far. Maple Grove's been quicker to the ball. Right side, Cheetah looks to dribble, penetrate, is shut off, switches to the left hand, and scoops it off glass. Annalise Cheetah with a crafty move, and it's 22-17 Panthers. As Maple Grove, left to right on your radio dial, gets it inside to Tice. Great ball movement. Ball never touched the floor, and a layup again. This time for the sophomore Allie Hinsey, who's in the game. Allie averages 4 points a game. Jensen has the ball out front, has a high screen, and I mean really high at the NBA line. Pass it in the corner. Here's a Cheetah three that almost is an air ball. It's going to go out of bounds, and again, shoot behind the wrong line, and Shelley Clemens wants a timeout to remind her team, not the NBA line, please. 6 minutes, 16 seconds to go here in the first half. Lakeville North leads 22-19. It's a perfect opportunity for me to tell you about the folks at the Northfield Hospital and Clinics. If you're tired of feeling like a number at the doctor's office, well, at Northfield Hospital and Clinics, they treat you like a person. You are an important part of your healthcare team, so the doctors and the staff, they listen to you and they treat you with respect. The 4 clinics offer primary and specialty care close to home. in Lakeville, Northfield, Farmington, and Lonsdale. To make an appointment at the Lakeville Clinic, just call 952-469-0500. That's 952-469-0500. Learn more about the doctors and the staff at northfieldhospital.org. Very cool website they have, northfieldhospital.org. Northfield Hospital and Clinics partnering with you for a lifetime of care. They're really terrific folks. As I said, our Northfield Hospital and Clinics keys to the game. Your key to great health care is Northfield Hospital and Clinics. They have to rebound better. Now look at these official stats here. So far, they've done well. They're out-rebounding them 10-9, according to the official stats here. Now it just changed. We're tied at 10 on the glass. But if they're tied, I'm sure they'll be happy. And this is a Maple Grove team that average rebounds 7. Here's another layup by Tice. Well, Coach Clemens is not happy. Again, just 3 passes, not a lot of over-dribbling. This is a well-coached Maple Grove team. 22-21, Panthers lead it. Suma tried to throw it in the corner, and she's called for traveling, which, frankly, I did not see. So it's third turnover for the Panthers, 4 turnovers for Maple Grove. Official stats have Maple Grove with 5, okay? Pass goes free throw line extended left. They get it out high to Schulte. Schulte gets it back to Lamaker, the freshman, on the right side. The basketball goes to Lauren Moline, who checked into the lineup, a 5'9" senior who averages 2 points and a rebound. We got a foul called on Kuma. Sarah Kuma. Kuma's going to sit down. So back in the game. Well, they got their starters back on the floor. Lakeville North does. Lob pass comes out front. This 1-2-2 is no longer. They now have man-to-man again. Because they found out how to attack it. And here's a shot from 18. And that's the proper three. Actually, it's just behind the three-point line. The proper three-point line. Hit by Moline. That's her 13th three of the season. They already have 4 threes here in the first half. And they've just retaken the lead. 5:05 to go. Crimson lead it 24-22. A couple of left-handed dribbles out front by Cheetah. Gets it on the right side to Jensen. Thought about an NBA three. Dribbles closer and scores from about 10. Jensen. He's got 11 already, and it's 24 apiece. This game is going to be won or lost on the defensive end of the floor, as most games are. And a lot of layups. Here's another three, and it's good. My, oh my, they can't miss. That was just inside the three-point line by the NBA for Lamker, the freshman. She picked up her 26th three of the season. Cheetah dribble penetrates, goes in the lane, is shut off. Looks for help, gets it out front to Brown, now back to Jensen. Jensen dribbles to her right. Stutter step move, goes high off glass, no good. Rebound taken down by Tice. Throws it in the left corner. Maple Grove up 27-24 on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. Ball's nearly turned over and ends up right in the hands of Maple Grove under the basket. How lucky can they be? The ball was deflected, running under the basket. The ball lands right in her hands as Lamker for the bunny. And it's 29-24 Maple Grove. Jensen will hand it off to Brown. Turns to her left, scoops it back to Jensen. Left baseline is shut off, gets it back to Brown. Beyond the three-point line, dribbles to her right, hands it off to Makura. Makura thinks about a three, then backs up and hands it off to Jensen. Jensen rocks to her left, between the legs dribble, back to her right. She'll shoot a long-range three, and it's no good. Rebounds tapped around, and taken down by the Crimson. They're up by 5, 29-24, and they're on the move. Pass goes on the right wing. They get it back out top of the key to Lamker. Swings it on the left side, all the way in the corner to Tice. Tice looks as a cutter goes through the lane. Tice goes in the lane, spins to the left, misses. Rebound taken down by Brown. Lakeville North now off to the races. Brown dribbles to her left. Tried to pass it. It was a nice pass to Makura, but it got deflected by the Crimson. Tell you what, this Maple Grove team is a good defensive team. They only give up 42 points a game. Lakeville North gives up 54. Lakeville North averages 66, and the Crimson average 61. Our stats, a service of H&R Block with offices in Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna. Makura gets it into James inside the blue paint, shoots the shot, scores. That's what they got to get to. She was very good early. She's got 11 already. Her and Jensen have been unbelievable. Just two other players have scored for Lakeville North. It's 29-26 Crimson. Out front with the basketball is the freshman Lamker. Already hit a three, dribbles to her left, directs traffic on that left wing, gets it back top of the key. Here's another three. It's no good. Rebound taken out by the Crimson. Maple Grove is quicker to the ball. Pass goes on the right side. Almost pulling the chair out from under the player. Schulte gets it on the right side as Lamaker will dribble to the left. Free throw line. Now hands it off to Tyler. And Tyler turns the ball over. Maple Grove has their sixth turnover. Lakeville North, their biggest lead was 5. The biggest lead for Maple Grove has been 6. It's now 3, 29-26. Maple Grove leads. Coach Clemens hollers out a play. Ms. Jensen puts the play on her left fingers. Dribbles to the right wing, gets it out front to Brown, swings it on the left side to Cheetah. Cheetah stops inside the paint as the ball turned over almost. It goes out of bounds off of Maple Grove. Again, the Crimson lead at 29-26. Makura will be the trigger person. Way down to our left. We're on the Lakeville North's bench, almost right in front of us across the floor. A couple of left-handed dribbles by Jensen. Stops the free throw line, misses. Rebound's taken out by Brown. Brown goes back up. She's fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line. Taylor Brown is just a 50% free throw shooter. She does a lot of things well, but coming into the game, 41 of 82 from the free throw line. Averages 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Will be playing in the All-Star game. As I mentioned, going to American University to play basketball as she hits the free throw. Now, if she does her average, she'll miss this one. It's a 2-point game. Maple Grove leads. She missed it. Rebounds tapped out, taken down by Brown. Here's a triple. It's no good by Cheetah. And we're going to have a foul over the back called on Makura. And it was pretty obvious. 29-27 Maple Grove. There's a minute 45 to go until halftime. We'll take a look at all those stats. The service of H&R Block on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. Scholarships available for both Lakeville North and Lakeville South high schools. They're firmly implanted in the Lakeville community and are proud of it. Again, great job here. Never touching the floor with the ball. And they slap on that 1-2-2 again. Pass goes on the right side, and meanwhile, Maple Grove's Coach Cook takes a timeout. He wants a hoop on this possession to up this 2-point lead. 90 seconds to go here in the first half. It is 29-27. Maple Grove leads. They're the number 5 seed. The Panthers are the number 4 seed. Back in 30 seconds.
Favorite thing about my street?
It's quiet.
Safe. The people.
We rely on each other.
And we rely on our Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
The co-op isn't just about electricity.
It's about power.
The power of information.
Efficiency.
Safety.
Technology.
That's why whenever I have a question about energy,
I always call my Touchstone Energy Cooperative first.
Because in my community,
I am the co-op.
And the co-op
is me.
Dakota Electric Association is your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
90 seconds to go here in the first half. It's 29-27. The Maple Grove Crimson are on top. They have a very loud horn here. So Maple Grove will inbound it right in front of us. Autumn Leaner is right in front of me. She's going to inbound the ball. Pass goes in the corner. They're going to throw up a triple, and it's no good. Rebound's taken out. Good box out that time. In the game now for the Lakeville North Panthers is Evelyn Jones. She did a nice box out to get that rebound. Brown goes inside the paint. Fakes one way, goes the other. It might have been pushed. No call, and we're coming back the other way. Minute 12 to go. And he had a hand all over her back as bringing the ball up left to right in your radio dial is Schulte, the sophomore. Schulte pass on the left side. Back to a man-to-man is Lakeville North. Pass comes back out front to Schulte. Schulte, they've got the lead. They don't need to be in a hurry. 55 seconds to go. You're the underdog, supposedly. Pass goes in the left corner. I mean, they both have identical and have lost to the same teams pretty much. I don't know how you determine an underdog there. A couple of right-handed dribbles by Lamaker, who keeps directing traffic, the freshman. Now they get it back out front to Tice. Looks like they're going for the last shot. 30 seconds to go. Tice got away with over-dribbling. Now they get on the left side. Right side, they get it in the corner for three, and it's good. Man, oh man, they can't miss. Molina hits a tray. They got threes popping all over the place. 32-27, Maple Grove. They've had lots of layups, so you shut that off, and they shoot some threes. Unbelievable. They got 5 of them here in the first half. 1 for Lakeville North. 6 seconds to go. It's 32-27. Jensen gets it back to Brown. Brown's going to shoot the shot. And looked like she was fouled. Coach Clemens can't believe no foul was called as she shot the ball. The official looks at it and says, nope, no foul. 32-27 is your halftime score. Maple Grove is leading the Lakeville North Panthers. 32-27 on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. They are so conveniently located across Super Target. Beautiful building. Maple Grove shooting 52% as we go to the half. 41% for Lakeville North. They're 5 of 11 from three-point range, and I'm sure Coach Clemens and her staff are thinking they can't continue that pace, can they? This is a team that during the course of the season was a 34% three-point shooting team, and they're shooting 45% here at halftime, and a couple of them are behind the NBA line. Adrenaline is an amazing thing, isn't it? 32-27 Crimson lead. We'll have those stats courtesy of H&R Block in 60 seconds.
All right, America. H&R Block has some good news. For a limited time only, you could get a refund advance loan of up to $3,000 the same day you file at Block. That's right. You could get up to $3,000 today. No interest. Told you it was good news. To learn more or find participating locations near you, visit hrblock.com. Get your taxes won. Optional tax refund related loan from BofI Federal Bank. Not your tax refund. $500, $750, $1,250, or $3,000 loans offered. Approval and loan amount based on expected refund and other conditions. Funds loaded on prepaid card. Tax returns may be e-filed without applying for this loan. Fees for other products or features may apply.
Woohoo! It's what we do at Citizens Bank Minnesota, delivering the best banking services around, starting with our Woohoo Checking, the granddaddy of them all, offering an insanely high interest rate. Next up, Woohoo Simple, the young adult choice. It keeps it simple, now offering Woohoo You, a youth account with amazing rates for those future leaders. Stop by any of our locations in Lakeville, New Ulm, Lafayette, or LaSalle to find out how Citizens can put Woohoo in your banking. Get more information at citizensmn.bank, member FDIC.
Incredible. Score at the half is 32-27. Maple Grove has been lights out good. They've made layups. They've made three-pointers. They've been super efficient on offense, 52% for the field. This is a team that during the course of the season has been a 44% shooting team, which is not bad. Lakeville North during the course of the season was 45%, and they're at 39% here at halftime as they updated the stats. Lakeville North has 132 threes coming into the state tournament, 127 for Maple Grove. And Maple Grove's got 5 threes, and Lakeville North has 1. Lakeville North is 1 of 6 from Treyland. That's 17%. Maple Grove is 5 of 11. Free throws, 1 for 1 Maple Grove, 4 for 5 for Lakeville North. That's kind of what kept them in this. Again, Lakeville North did have a 5-point lead at the 8:02 mark of the first half. Maple Grove's biggest lead has been 6. They're up by 5 here at halftime. The Lakeville North Panthers did not score a field goal in the final 3 minutes of the first half. Rebounds, 16-14 in favor of Maple Grove. Offensive glass, Lakeville North has 6-4 for the Crimson. We'll look at individual scoring right after this 1-minute timeout.
Hey farmers, KDHL Farm Director Jerry Grosskreutz here for my friends at Solar Connection. I've recently come to know these guys and want to share some great things when it comes to considering a solar system for your farm. First is Solar Connection is a leading trusted company for installations throughout southern Minnesota. They will meet with you and configure a system that best suits your needs. Next is the savings by using solar power over electrical is tremendous. You can save 50% or even higher on your bill. Finally is the PACE program. This allows you a no cash down, cash flow positive, 100% financing option to fund your project. The application is easy and Solar Connection can do all the work. Solar Connection is helping Minnesota farmers experience the many benefits of using solar power. You can learn more today by visiting solarconnectioninc.com. That's solarconnectioninc.com. I know this company and strongly encourage you to check it out for your farm.
North Band is playing in the background. Just handed the official paper stats to me here. The only thing about the paper stats, they don't have on here points off turnovers, which I normally keep track of, but I didn't because I thought they'd have them here. Let's see if they got them here. As we go to the individual stats for Maple Grove, they're led by Autumn Moliner. She has 8 points in the first half, 6 for Rebecca Tyler, 6 for Katrina Tice. How's this for balance? Jordan Lamker's got 5, 2 for Abby Schulte. Off the bench, they have 3 for Lauren Moline on a triple. And Allie Hinsey's got 2 points. That's 5 points off the bench for Maple Grove. They have no points off the bench for Lakeville North. That was one of the keys in their win over Farmington in the section final. They didn't get lots of points off their bench. 11 points for James, 11 points for Jensen. That's 22. The team's 27. The rest come from 2 from Makura, 2 from Cheetah, and 1 for Taylor Brown. Yep, 1 for Taylor Brown. In the first half. And that was at the free throw line. She's 1 for 2 from the free throw line. She averages 10 points a game. So obviously they want to get Brown on track here. Lakeville North came into this game with 4 players of their starters averaging in double figures. 3 average in double figures for Maple Grove. So Brown, again, with just the 1 point. They've done a really nice job on her. And again, I kind of agreed with Coach Clemens. I thought she got fouled on that last shot too, but they're letting them play, as they say. 32-27 is our halftime score. Our stats, a service of H&R Block. Let's see if I can find that points off turnovers on here. Here we go. Points off turnovers, 7-3 in favor of Lakeville North. Boy, I would have never guessed that. 6 turnovers for Maple Grove. It says here 3 for Lakeville North. Yep, I had 3 for Lakeville North. So that hasn't been an issue. Glass is pretty close, 16-14 in favor of Maple Grove. Sometimes you have to tip your hat to the opponent. They've had some layups they haven't missed, and they've had some trays they haven't missed. I'm sure Coach Clemens is going to reassure her team. If they keep shooting threes, they can't keep shooting at this kind of a pace. They haven't during the course of the season. You wouldn't expect it to be here. 32-27 is your halftime score on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. Yeah, they are so conveniently located there. Beautiful building across from Super Target in Lakeville. And it's been a number of years now since they opened their doors. I remember we were there for their grand opening. It was awesome. Done a couple of shows up there over the years. We have to see if we can't get that arranged again at the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville Bank. They've been very involved in the Lakeville community since opening in Lakeville. Panthers are back on the floor. The Crimson are not. Maple Grove still in their locker room. So whatever adjustments Coach Clemens made, she made them quickly. As Lakeville North will be coming on my end of the floor here in the second half. They need to overcome a 5-point deficit if they're going to head to the semifinals of the state tournament and play the Eastview Lightning. They went in overtime with Eastview and lost. Eastview, of course, is unbeaten. They also lost to Eastview the second time they played them by 9 points. First time they played, it was 62-59 overtime. By the way, when Lakeville North played Wayzata and lost to them, it was in overtime, 72-71. This Maple Grove team also lost to Wayzata, only it didn't go overtime. It didn't go overtime at all. I'll find it. It's in my book here because I saw it earlier. Maple Grove lost by 6 in regulation. So that's pretty close. And of course, overtime's pretty close too. So two fairly evenly matched teams, it appears. A 4 versus 5 seed. I frankly believed that Lakeville North should have been the number 3 seed in this tournament. Obviously would have put them on the other side of the bracket. They were the second place team in the South Suburban Conference behind Eastview, the champion. They were rated number 4 in the final coaches poll, but Centennial, or I should say the final Minnesota Basketball News poll, but Centennial was ranked ahead of them. They didn't make the state tournament. Why I thought they maybe should have been the 3 seed, not that rankings necessarily mean anything. But I don't know why you'd want 3 teams out of the same conference on the same side of the bracket. Other than you don't want an all-South Suburban championship. So here we go, folks, 32-27. Coach Clemens has shown great propensity for being able to make adjustments during the game. She's been very successful at that, as evidenced by the section final where they were down 17-5 and came roaring back. As you would expect in a state tournament, they have a tougher opponent here today in Maple Grove. Well-coached team. Both these teams are well-coached. So Maple Grove will get the ball to start the second half. Moliner tells Lamker inbound the ball. Lamker was going to abandon her. The freshman passes it in to Schulte, the sophomore. Man-to-man defense by Lakeville North to start this half, and I'm going to guess, we'll see if they get some more layups out of this, that they're going to be more vice grip. Get a little tighter on them so they don't get those open threes. There's a near steal in the lane. Shots up, and it's 4 times off the rim. And again, another nice box out. Boy, I don't know how that went off a Lakeville North player, but I guess it did. It's on the other end of the floor. That's what the official ruled anyway. Players reacted from Lakeville North like they thought it would be their ball, and now here's a foul going to be called on James, trying to jump around and steal the ball from Tyson and attempt at a post-entry pass. Just underway in the second half. Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard says 32-27. Maple Grove leads. Pass goes in the left corner to Tice. Gets it back out front to Schulte. Schulte's being guarded. They swing it on the right side. They throw it all the way. The young lady who had a couple of threes in the first half, Tyler. Tyler sets a screen. They get it back out front. Looks like they're being a little more methodical here in this half. Maple Grove, there's a steal by Jensen. Jensen comes flying up the floor. Jensen stops. Pops, misses, a little 5-footer. She probably should have taken it all the way to the rack. Probably would have got fouled. Pass goes in the right corner. Here's a 3 by Moliner. It's no good. Rebound. Tice has to go off her hands and out of bounds. Well, again, Lakeville North almost gave up another offensive rebound. Panthers have scored 7 points off turnovers, according to the official stats, as Jensen brings it up, and they're down by 5. Jensen dribbles to her left. Man-to-man defense here by Maple Grove. Passes it out front to Makura. Fakes the 3. Goes inside the blue paint. Has a shot blocked. Bad angle trying to shoot the ball. Behind the back dribble. Losing the defender. Pass goes left side to Moliner. Layup is good, and she's fouled. Moliner will go to the free throw line. I think they just got James on another one. Yep. Boy, and she didn't even touch her. I looked into the replay. I mean, never touched her. So Moliner goes to the free throw line and hits the free throw. It's 35-27. She did the Matador defense. Lakeville North's got the red. It's like a red caping. Pushed aside to let the bull go by on that one. A couple of left-handed dribbles, and a travel's called on Brown. And Lakeville North has their 4th turnover, and they're down by their biggest margin, 8. Which Clemens encouraging her team. In fact, I think she said you guys are better than that. Bringing the ball up the floor is Schulte. Passes it on the right side. Lampker, the freshman, gets it back out front to Moliner, the senior. Scored her 1,000th point in the section final game. Tice hands it off to Tyler. Had 2 triples in the first half. Had 9 the entire season. Tyler takes a couple of dribbles to her right. Has those red tennies. There's a steal by Jensen. Jensen should get a layup. Does and scores. Great anticipation by Jensen, who can single-handedly take over a game. 35-29. Schulte, right side. Hey, you don't want to be putting the ball on ice just yet, letting the air out of the ball if you're Maple Grove. Might be a little too tentative here, trying to slow things down. Might not be their style. Pass goes inside, and I thought Tice traveled. It's going to be a turnover, but they threw the ball too high to the 5'11 senior post player. Coach Cook trying to establish that inside a game again before going to the 3 as Jensen brings the ball up across the Timberwolf logo, left to right in your radio dial. Red and white-clad Panthers. Bakura on the move. Passes right into the hands of a white-clad Maple Grove player. Moliner races out, gets a layup and scores. So another turnover by Lakeville North. Going down the lane is Cheetah. Cheetah looks, held the ball by her waist, and they call a foul on Moliner, who thought she tied her up. So inbounding the ball will be Jensen underneath the Lakeville North basket. They're down 37-29. Lob pass comes into Cheetah. Out front, Brown fakes the 3. At the free throw line, she'll pass it behind her to Cheetah. Going to dribble on the right side of the lane, go up, scoop it off glass, and score. Nice play by Cheetah. More points off turnovers. Coach Clemens is going to take a timeout right now, and we'll see if she can do her magic again. 37-31. Maple Grove leads it. So that perfect opportunity to tell you more about the Northfield Hospital and Clinics. Family medicine, physicians care for patients of all ages for a wide range of conditions. They treat everything from routine care to complex, multi-problem health issues. They can care for your entire family. They enjoy getting to know you well over time and tailoring your care to you. Check out the family medicine team, Northfield Hospital and Clinics, northfieldhospital.org, and providers in Lakeville, Northfield, Farmington, and Lonsdale. Great care close to you. Brought to you by Northfield Hospital and Clinics, partnering with you for a lifetime of care. So I want to thank them for bringing you our keys to the game, which were again glass. That was the main key. As Maple Grove breaks the press, goes right down the court, and scores another layup. Tyler scores. She's got 8. Yep, they put on the press, didn't phase them a bit. I'm sure they were anticipating that. Coach Cook, boy, we had a couple of very good coaches going toe-to-toe here. Handoff goes. Jensen down the lane, determined to score. Came up short, shots back up and in by James. James has 13, and it's 39-33. Just when you think Lakeville North might be getting on a run, Maple Grove pushed it out. Here's another near turnover. They did that handoff, and I don't know how Makura stole it, but she did. I mean, it was really a tight handoff. Maple Grove's got 4 turnovers already this half. Here's a triple. It's in and out. No good. That was part way down. James, layup, no good. James again goes up, and it's good, and she's fouled. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Foul's called on Lampker, the freshman. So James has a chance for a 3-point play. Boy, that 3 by Brown almost went down, and they still get the 3-point play. They have 7 points off the last 3 turnovers by Maple Grove. It's 39-36. If they can turn on the turnover spigot, you can put another check in Lakeville North's column. Pass goes on the left side to Tyler. Passes it as one of the Panthers are going to call for a foul. Setting a screen for Maple Grove was Abby Schulte, and Brown ran over. So she gets called for the foul. 3-point, 39-36 Maple Grove lead. I have a sense this is going to be a very tight game. Pass comes way out front. And had the person been looking, they might have been able to intercept the pass. Lob pass goes in on the block. Shots up, blocked, and they call a foul on Jensen. Wow, that was all ball. Man, oh man. That was brutal. So going to the free throw line is going to be Lamker, the freshman. Makura comes out limping a little bit here. I think she's okay, but she's bending over in front of her coach. And the free throw's no good. Lamker is a 73% free throw shooter, but they have never shot at the target center. Meanwhile, Sarah Kuma back in the game for Lakeville North as she hits the second one. 40-36, Maple Grove. 13:38 to go in the game. Jensen will bring it up across that Timberwolf logo. And the man defense here by Maple Grove. Pass goes left side. Kuma dribbles the free throw line. Bounces it right side to James. James working her way under the basket. Goes, oh my, what a great move. Just absolutely lost the freshman and kissed it off glass. That was a beautiful move. She faked like she was going to go up. She flew by her, duck under, kiss off window. And it's 40-38. That was awesome. As Maple Grove, again showing a little more patience this half so far. Pass goes out front. Shots up. It's blocked by Jensen. Taken down by Jensen. Jensen comes up the far sideline. Jensen, Kuma was ahead of her, calling for the ball, but she didn't throw it to her because there was somebody right by her. Pass goes on the left wing to Brown. Brown looks, better hurry. Out dribbles to her left. Passes it to James. James inside the paint. Fakes one way. Gets tied up by Tice. The possession arrow stays with Lakeville North. Checking back in for the Maple Grove team is Allie Hinsey, the 5'9 sophomore, who had 2 points in the first half. Lakeville North will inbound the ball. Pass comes into James. James, free throw line extended left. One dribble, hands it off. Cheetah bounces it off her foot. It goes right to Kuma. Kuma goes inside the lane, bounces it across the lane. Those are some dangerous passes. Hands off goes to Brown. Brown inside the paint, turns around, shoots, and comes up short. Rebound, Kuma. Kuma looks, lobs it out front to Jensen. Jensen goes inside the lane. Nice dump off to James. Again, a fake shot, but then she came up short. Saves it in bounds, but right to her bench. Not a player, but to her bench, and Lakeville North has their third turnover of this second half. 40-38, Maple Grove leads it. 12-13 to go. You get the sense that if the Panthers, you get that turnover spigot turned on, up the tempo, they can run away in this thing down the lane, pass out front. Maple Grove isn't going to let that happen. A couple of dribbles. Here's thought about a three, and now coach right in her ear. I think he said no. A couple of dribbles to her right is Schulte. Gets it back out front to Moliner. Moliner gets by Brown, goes in the lane, weaves her way. Layup is good. Man, she's good at finding the way down the lane to score. She's got all but one of their field goals this half, Moliner. Now Jensen looks to dribble penetrate. Gets in the right corner. As Cheetah shut off on the baseline right side. Lobs it to James. James, Brown was looking to post up. Now she'll lob it in. Nice post-entry pass, but missing everything is Brown. She didn't use the glass at all. Tried to put it over the rim. You know how hard that is? Right under the basket. You bank it off that little square above the bucket, and it goes in. They just called a foul on Brown, too, on the rebound after missing the shot. Of course, that's a frustration foul. 42-38. Cheetah nearly got a steal of Schulte as a pass goes in the right corner for Maple Grove. Pass to Tice. Tice 10 feet from the hoop, dribbles to her left, goes around Brown, misses the shot. And I think James was fouled by one of the Maple Grove players on the rebound. So Moliner gets called for the foul. I thought it was Moliner. I had a family in Spring Valley where I grew up that spelled their name exactly the same. It was Moliner, but I just heard him say Moliner. Makura shoots, Jensen shoots and gets fouled by Lamker. And that's another thing Lakeville North would like to do is get to that free throw line more. They're a very good free throw shooting team. Jensen has not been to the free throw line. She's an 81% free throw shooter. 10 minutes, 45 seconds to go on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. It's 42-38. First free throw is good. She's got 14. Looking for her 15th point. Her average is about 18 a game. And she swishes the second one. Again, a 2-point game. Lakeville North led by 5 in the first half. They didn't lead very long. Here's a near steal. Now we got a foul called on Kuma, who never touched her. They call her for pushing, and she never touched her. The whole bench for Lakeville North is like, really? She tripped over the ball, folks, and they call a foul on the Lakeville North player. I'm not exaggerating. Lob pass comes out front to Schulte, who dribbles to her left, and that was a foul that wasn't called. Now they get it out front. Here's another steal by Jensen. She rolls it like a bowling ball to James, who hands it off to Kuma. Now back to Jensen. Jensen's going to shoot a three, and it's no good. Rebound taken out by nobody yet. Ball's in between legs, kicked out of bounds by Maple Grove. So Lakeville North will get the ball underneath their own basket. They make a 2 here. We got a tie game. If they get a 3-point play, they take the lead. 10-17 to go. Underneath the basket, Jensen lobs it in. A bad pass. Oh, my, they got away with it. And they call it travel on Cheetah. I did not see that. It was right in front of me. 7 turnovers now by Lakeville North. That was a bad pass that had a fortuitous bounce right into the hands of her, and she had a layup, and then they call her for travel. Here's a 3 by Mliner. It's no good. Rimmed out. Rebound taken out. About 4 pairs of hands. Trying to, oh my. Getting tripped was a Lakeville North Panther trying to pass it ahead. They turn it back over. We're playing hot potato with a basketball. Schulte at the free throw line in the corner for 3, and it's an air ball. Rebound taken down by Maple Grove. Back up, very badly missed. Rebound taken down by James. James gets it over. They're rushing their shots right now, or the Maple Grove Crimson. They kind of thought that percentage the first half couldn't continue. Here's a Brown, fake 3, dribbles in the blue paint, goes right up as a shot block. Kuma goes up, didn't use the glass, missed everything. Kuma gets a rebound. Back out front at the free throw line. Jensen scoops it. Here's an NBA 3, and it's good! An NBA 3 by Taylor Brown, her first field goal of the game, and her 7th triple of the season. And Lakeville North has the lead with 9:05 to go, 43-42. Nice reverse dribble out front. Liner goes down the lane, weaving her way. Looked like there might have been a tie-up, but they call a foul instead. It'll be on James. That'll be her 3rd, and that means Lakeville North's in some trouble here. 8 minutes, 57 seconds to go. She's being reminded right now by her coaches she's got 3. Mliner hits the free throw. She is a 71% free throw shooter who's 3 for 3 from the stripe in this game. Cheetah's going to get a breather here. And she hits them both. Mliner is going to get a breather here. Coming in the game now is Ashley Denninger for the Maple Grove Crimson. Denninger is a 5'7" freshman. Well, let's see if Lakeville North can make some hay while their star's out. Jensen looks to dribble, penetrate, goes up, off glass, and scores. Man, she can do it all. Dribble, drive, hit the 3, and it's 45-44 Lakeville North. Lampker tosses it on the right wing to Denninger. Denninger gets it to a moving player, shoots the shot. They call another foul on Lakeville North. I think it's on Makura. They don't flash the fouls on the board here like they do at the Civic Center. Shots up and missed from the free throw line by Allie Hinsey. A 54% free throw shooter is Hinsey, and she missed them both. Rebound taken out by Jensen. This half, they're 4 for 7 from the free throw line. Is Maple Grove, and Lakeville North's 3 for 3. Jensen passes it left side to Kuma. Kuma gets it back to Jensen. Jensen drives left baseline under the basket. She hits a floater, and she's fouled. I thought she was going to go glass. The defender thought she was going to go glass. She goes with a floater and gets fouled. Lauren Jensen, a sophomore, has taken this team right up on her back. She got 8 second-half points. As Jensen's had a number of steals. She has a chance for a three-point play to give her team a 4-point lead, and she does. 48-44 on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. Lakeville North leads. Pass goes in to Tice. A layup. There's a travel not called. Her first bucket this half. 48-46. Brown has it out front beyond the NBA line. She just hit one from there not long ago. Dribbling to her right is Makura. Methodically heading in the lane. Goes up. It's good, and she's fouled. She just threw it up off glass, and it went in. Her first field goal of the game comes at the 7:47 to go in the game mark. Meanwhile, Coach Cook's going to take a timeout from Maple Grove. He's encouraging his team, saying, hey, we're down by 4, not a big deal. We were down by 5 in the first half. So Maple Grove takes the timeout with 7 minutes, 47 seconds to go. At the conclusion of our game, we'll have our stats, a service of H&R Block. They have offices in Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna. At H&R Block, they know taxes. You get your maximum refund guaranteed. Back in 30 seconds.
Favorite thing about my street?
It's quiet.
Safe.
The people.
We rely on each other.
And we rely on our Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
The co-op isn't just about electricity.
It's about power.
The power of information.
Efficiency.
Safety.
Technology.
That's why whenever I have a question about energy,
I always call my Touchstone Energy Cooperative first.
because in my community,
I am the co-op.
And the co-op
is me.
Dakota Electric Association is your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
50-46 is our score. Lakeville North leads. Boy, it's been a good game. Hope you've enjoyed our broadcast. I want to thank all the sponsors, Northfield Hospital and Clinics, Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville, Dakota Electric, and H&R Block for bringing you the broadcast here today, which is hopefully being taped, and then we'll have it up on the website, kdhlradio.com. You can all listen to later if you'd like. Makura's at the free throw line. Chance for a three-point play, and she hits it. 5 for 5 from the free throw in this half are the Panthers as Makura gets greeted by her coach. Remember, she limped off a little bit earlier, and I don't know what her coach said to her. She got a big old smile on her face, though, as Schulte brings the ball up, being guarded by Kuma, the sophomore. Passes it on the right side. The liner loses. Brown goes to the basket, misses the layup. Rebound Tice. We got another foul called on Lakeville North. Or no, they called it on Lakeville North. I think they called it on James. That would be her fourth foul, and James is coming out, so that would make some sense. Well, we'll see if Maple Grove can make some hay now with James out, the 6'2 player for Lakeville North. That's a big blow for the Panthers. There's a lot of time left in this game. Tice missed the free throw. They're 4 for 8. Now it comes down to free throws. Remember, we told you, Northfield Hospital and Clinic key, Lakeville North can hit free throws. Jensen lobs at Cheetah, goes baseline, almost forced into a travel, and she turns it over. Coming up the floor is Schulte. Schulte would dump it off right side. Tice layup is good. The big James is out of the game, so they're going right for the rack. Tice scores. That was points off turnovers. And it's a 3-point lead for Lakeville North. Here's another near turnover and nearly knocked into the equipment, but I had a quick left hand. So Annalise Cheetah, 5'10 junior, inbounds it right in front of us. Gets it into Jensen, swings it over to Kuma. Kuma's played a lot of minutes this half. She had a couple of big shots in that section final game. A couple of left-handed dribbles by Cheetah. Hands it off to Makura. Makura goes in the lane, shoots the shot, misses it. Rebound taken out by Brown. Brown gets it in the corner to Kuma. Kuma out front to Jensen. Jensen's going to shoot a three, and it's good! Prime time three by Lauren Jensen. Her second triple of the game, and it's 54-48. Lakeville North, 6:25 to go. Man, ask for a big shot, and she gives it to you. Speaking of big shots, here's an answer. An answer from Rebecca Tyler, her third three in this game. She had 9 all year. It's 54-51, Lakeville North. Jensen, they just can't push away this Crimson team as Brown has it out front beyond the NBA line. Couple of dribbles left. Gets it to Kuma. Kuma's going to shoot a free throw line shot. It's no good. Rebound taken out by Brown. Brown goes back up and misses. Rebound's taken out by Tice. Tice will hand it off. 5:44 to go. Schulte might have been fouled, no call. It's scooping on the right side. Get it back top of the key. That might have been a travel. Down the lane. Shots up, and it's blocked out of bounds by Cheetah. And James is going to check back in here because they're on offense. I thought Coach Clemens would tell her to stay right by the scorer's table. You can't afford to lose this lady. Pass comes way out front to Maliner. Maliner loses Brown. You need to get a quicker person on here. Here's a triple, and it's no good. Rebound taken down, and then it belongs to Lakeville North. And she had both hands on it, too, did Tice, and she couldn't hold on to it. She said, hey, I was fouled. But the official says no. 54-51 Lakeville North on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. Scholarships available for both Lakeville North and South High schools. Double high post, double high screen. Pass in the corner, McCurra from Jensen. Handoff goes to Brown. Brown will get it back to Jensen. Jensen looks to dribble penetrate. She's done that well today. Gets it back out front to Brown. Back to Jensen. Jensen, see if she gets an attack mode behind the back dribble. Shoots the shot. In and out. No good. Rebound taken down by Cheetah in the corner. Left side. Goes left baseline to shut off. Turns to her right. Throws it up and in. Nice little weaving move by Annalise Cheetah. She's got 6. And it's 56-51. Shots up. It was rushed. Put back up by Tyson. It's good. Tice has 12 in the game. 56-53. Lakeville North. 4.5 minutes to go in the game. Left side, Makura. In the high screen by James, who has stayed on the floor here. I'm surprised by that. A couple of dribbles by Makura. Backs up with the basketball. She's looking to make sure nobody's behind her. She'll back up. They try to improve their spacing here. Lakeville North. High screen again. Left side, they go to Jensen. Jensen goes in the lane. Passes it to James. Bodies all over the place. No foul call. James gets a layup. We got bodies crashing as Jensen crashed into one of the Maple Grove players. There was no foul called either way. And, of course, she got James an open layup. 58-53 North. Tice asking for everybody to clear out so she can go one-on-one. Here's a long three. It's no good by Tyler. Rebound taken out by Jensen. Jensen comes up the far sideline with a high dribble. Jensen, top of the key, holds up one finger on the left hand. She'll back up with the basketball. Passing on the left side to Makura. Free throw line extended left. Makura dribbles to the free throw line. Bounces it to James on the right side of that free throw line. Now they get it to Jensen. Will skip in her step, and the ball knocked away. Gets it back out front between the legs dribble. Left side goes to Brown. In the corner, Makura. Left side of the hoop. Makura a couple of dribbles and hands it off now to Jensen. Free throw line shot is no good. Rebound taken out by James. James wisely hands it off to Cheetah, who shoots the triple. It's no good. Rebounds taken out by Tice. I don't know if Coach Clemens liked that shot. 58-53. Lakeville North leads. Schulte goes right down the lane, forces up the shot, misses. Rebound taken out by James. Coach Clemens is screaming for a timeout. She's going to let just a little bit of air out of the ball. Either that or she's going to get a hoop on this possession with a great inbounds play. 58-53, 2 minutes, 58 seconds to go in the game. Lakeville North leading Maple Grove here in the quarterfinal round of the Class 4A Girls State High School Basketball Tournament. We got some Lakeville North fans across the way that have big, monster-size blow-up pictures of some of the girls on the Lakeville North team. Those things are huge. 58-53. Again, if this holds true, if Lakeville North holds on, they'll play Eastview, unbeaten and number 1 ranked in the state, number 1 seed in the tournament, semifinal, 6 o'clock tomorrow night here at the Target Center. After this game, Roy Koenig from Williams Arena will bring you the... Just had a nice close-up of a cute little gal in the stands here at the Target Center. Closed circuit because there is no television here. I mean, there might be some cable outlet or something, but that's it. On the opening day of the state tournament, Class 4A, 3A over at Williams Arena. Again, Roy will have the Northfield game against Mankato West, a team that they beat twice during the season. So Lakeville North will inbound it. And we'll see what Coach Clemens and her staff have mapped up here as Jensen will bring the ball up. I think they'll keep it right in her hands. She brings it across the timeline, left to right on your radio dial. Hollers out something. High screen from James. Passes it left side to Makura. Goes to Cheetah. Now they get it on the right side to Brown. Brown going to try and get it back to James, but got it on the left side to Cheetah. Cheetah takes a couple of dribbles. They're taking a little time off the clock. Cheetah turns the corner, gets shut off. Jensen between the legs, goes up off glass, missed it. Rebound over the back on Jensen. Over the back on Jensen, no question. That was an over-the-back call, and that's the worst possible thing you could have happen if you're a Lakeville North fan. The clock stops. They can eat into your 5-point lead. If she makes that shot, it's a 7-point lead. But now, it'll be quite a swing here if this young lady can make her free throws for Maple Grove, and they've struggled there. Lamker is 1 for 2, and she hit the first one. This half, they were 4 for 8 prior to that. Lakeville North has not missed a free throw this half. They're 5 for 5. Just haven't got there enough. And she made them both. We got a one-possession game with 2:26 to go, 58-55 on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. Jensen being guarded by the freshman Lamker. Gets it on the left side to Brown. Guarded by Tice. Gets it to Jensen. Jensen dribbles to her left between the legs. She gets double teamed. Passes on the left side. They're trying to get the ball out of her hand. Smart play by Coach Cook. Makura turns the ball over. And then we got a foul on Lakeville North, and they get to shoot free throws again with a clock stop. Fouls on James. And she has to go sit down. James fouls out with 1:59 to go in the game. That is a huge blow. She finishes with 20 points. 20 points in the game, and James finished the game with, it says here, 3 rebounds. I don't know. I don't think this has been refreshed or something. Here's a free throw that's good by Lamker, the young lady who just hit 2. If she hits 2 here, we got a 1-point game with 1:59 to go. Well, they got the shot they wanted. Jensen off glass. She missed it earlier, and boy, was that a big turn of events. Again, clock stop, fouls. Maple Grove says thank you very much. The entire Maple Grove bench is on their feet. Jensen brings it up, left to right. Jensen wanted to get it in attack mode. Passes it in the corner. You still have the lead, Lakeville North. You don't have to hurry. Out front with the basketball, Makura hands it off to Kuma. Back in the game for Lakeville North. Cheetah goes right side. Cheetah will pass it to Brown. Brown will take a couple of dribbles down the lane and then go out of bounds with the ball. It's another turnover. 7th this half of Lakeville North, and with 1:28 to go in the game, down by 1, will Coach Cook spread the floor, make them foul? We'll see. Yep, they've spread the floor. Schulte passes on the left side to Tyler. In the lane, Tice layup, no good. Rebound taken down by Maliner off glass, and she scored. Maliner just wanted that ball more. 59-58. Maple Grove retakes the lead with 1:13 to go in the game. Boy, this was Lakeville North's game, it appeared a couple minutes ago. But the absolute worst possible thing could happen to the Panthers. Fouls, stop the clock. They made 4 points, made up 4 points with a clock stop. I mean, the worst possible thing for the Panthers happen here down the stretch. Credit Maple Grove for taking advantage of that. Maliner on that offensive rebound just wanted the ball more. I mean, she just got to the ball, kissed it off the rack, off the window, inside the hoop, and we got a 1-point Maple Grove lead with 1:13 to go in the game. Maple Grove again was the 5 seed, Lakeville North the 4 seed. Both teams had identical records coming into this game. So, Lakeville North does not come back and win this. They play at 10 tomorrow morning at Concordia University in St. Paul. Bringing it up left to right in your radio dial is Jensen. Jensen passes it left side to Brown. Now in the corner to Makura. You'd think you'd want the ball in Jensen's hands. Bounce goes to Cheetah. Cheetah passes it in the corner to Brown. Brown gets it back to almost a turnover. It was deflected. Handoff goes to Jensen. Left side. Hands it off to Brown. At the free throw line, she'll hand it off now to Cheetah. Cheetah takes a couple of dribbles. Remember, James fouled out of this game. There's 6'2" post player. Pass comes out front to Jensen. There's 37 seconds to go. Jensen goes up off glass. Missed it. Rebound taken out by Makura in the corner. Goes back up, and she missed it. It came 2/3 the way down. She gets the rebound again. Jensen for 3, and it's in and out. No good. My, oh my, the ball went in and out of the basket a couple of times, and we had a foul called on Lakeville North. 24 seconds to go in the game. Coach Clemens asking what the call was. Tice goes to the free throw line. She's 0 for 1, a 60% free throw shooter. Still, if she makes 2 free throws, it's a 3-point game with 24 seconds to go. Tice is spent. She's really tired. She's played hard. Free throw is no good. She makes this. It's a 2-point lead with 24 seconds to go. But that Jensen shot just rimmed out. I mean, it looked like it was going to go down. I was right behind her. It looked very good coming off her hand. The second one is rimmed in. It's a 2-point game with 23 seconds. They're going to dribble up, take a timeout. Coach Clemens is going to come up with the best play she possibly can. Meanwhile, she's talking to the official, saying, you know, I got a player fouled out of this game. And we're getting fouls called on us all over the place. In the first half, there were 4 fouls called on Maple Grove, 3 on Lakeville North. This half, there's been fouls all over the place. So 60-58 is your score on the timeout. I don't want to miss this in the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. 19.8 seconds are now on the clock. So if you're Lakeville North, you're going for the gusto here. You're going to try and tie the game. You'd really like a 3-point play, and I personally would like to see it at a basket, regular basket, and a free throw. But we'll see what the coaches want here. What a game. 60-58. Maple Grove with 19.8 seconds to go. That Jensen triple nearly went down. It just popped out. A couple others almost went down, too. Makura's shot almost went down, and it kind of rimmed out. So this is it for Lakeville North. And we had a whistle, a timeout by Coach Cook after the ball had been handed to the player. And she was inbounding the ball. They called a timeout. So Maple Grove wants a timeout. He wanted to see how Lakeville North was lined up. So now if you're Coach Clemens, you're going to change your play, you would think. Oh, I love that chess match here between Mark Cook in his 13th year at Maple Grove with 223 wins in his career, and Shelley Clemens in her 5th year at Lakeville North with a very impressive record as well. She has 111 wins in 5 years. That's pretty good. shooting percentages, Lakeville North at 38%, 48% for Maple Grove in the game. 6 triples to 3. Maple Grove has the 6. Makura will inbound the ball to Kuma. Gets it back to Jensen. 17 seconds. Jensen's out front with the basketball. Dribbles to her right, to her left, down the lane. Scoops off glass, scores. But hey, now you give them a chance to win the game. Why? Why wouldn't you go for the last shot? 9.5 seconds to go. Now Maple Grove can win the game. Lakeville North is excited that they tied it, 60 apiece. But now you have got to get a stop. Period. And if you get a stop, you go to overtime. I don't know why they didn't go for the last shot there. I thought, they did what I thought they do. Jensen went driving down the lane, but maybe get her to start the drive with 9 seconds, which is on the clock right now. So we're tied at 60 with 9.5 seconds to go. Maple Grove, I'm sure, is saying thank you very much. Now we have a shot to win this thing. If you go for the last shot and you miss it, of course we do win, but if you go for the last shot and make it, that's a 3-point play, you have a chance to win the game. They were hoping to get a foul there, obviously. That's why they had Jensen dribble drive, and, of course, Maple Grove was not going to foul her. So she had pretty much free reign for a layup there, which is why I like the call. Now, if you're Maple Grove, you got all kinds of options here. You've been hitting threes like nobody's business. Lauren Jensen has 25 points. She high-fives her teammates. Let's hope they didn't score too soon. 9.5 seconds to go. We're tied at 60. Inbounding the ball is Maple Grove. They bring it up and almost turn it. That was a carry, not called. Here's a 10-footer. It's no good. Rebound, and we go into overtime. We're going to overtime. Lakeville North 60, Maple Grove 60. Remember, Lakeville North has to play the next 4 minutes of overtime without their 6'2 post player who fouled out with 1:59 to go in the game, who had multiple points. So it's going to be tough. But at least they're going to overtime. On the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard, it's the Panthers 60, the Crimson 60. We go to OT in 60 seconds.
All right, America. H&R Block has some good news. For a limited time only, you could get a refund advance loan of up to $3,000 the same day you file at Block. That's right. You could get up to $3,000 today. No interest. Told you it was good news. To learn more or find participating locations near you, visit hrblock.com. Get your taxes won. Optional tax refund related loan from BofI Federal Bank. Not your tax refund. $500, $750, $1,250, or $3,000 loans offered. Approval and loan amount based on expected refund and other conditions. Funds loaded on prepaid card. Tax returns may be e-filed without applying for this loan. Fees for other products or features may apply.
Favorite thing about my street?
It's quiet.
Safe.
The people.
We rely on each other.
And we rely on our Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
The co-op isn't just about electricity.
It's about power.
The power of information.
Efficiency.
Safety.
Technology.
That's why whenever I have a question about energy,
I always call my Touchstone Energy Cooperative first.
because in my community,
I am the co-op.
And the co-op
is me.
Dakota Electric Association is your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Well, you got to feel bad for Ms. James. She's got to sit on that bench this whole overtime. Doesn't get to participate. Key James, 6'2 senior. She fouled out with 1:59 to go in the game. Maple Grove has nobody in foul trouble. Not a single person has 4 fouls. Maliner does have 3. So we go with a jump ball at center court. 4-minute overtime. Brown will be going up against Tice. In the game for Lakeville North is Evelyn Jones, the 5'11 sophomore. As the official steps in, the tap is controlled by Maple Grove. They're moving right to left on your radio dial. Schulte, the sophomore, has it out front. Dribbles to her right. Looks to go down the lane. Is shut off. Passes out front to Maliner. Maliner goes left side of the lane. Layup no good. Rebound's taken out by Jensen. Jensen throws it all the way up the floor. Makura released, but they got back nicely on defense. Boy, that was a nice job by Schulte. Back to Jensen. Jensen dribbles to her left. Gives it on the left side to Makura. Makura hollers out something. They're going to run the double high at the free throw line post. Makura's on that right wing. She'll pass it to Jensen, top of the key. Jensen fakes right, goes left down the lane, scoops it off glass, left-handed and scores. Jensen, got to change my colors here in the overtime, scores. And it's 62-60 Lakeville North. Dribbling to her right is Schulte. Schulte goes right down the lane. They're going to throw another foul, and a basket is called. This isn't the NBA. She made the basket about 8 feet from the hoop. Coach Clemens is asking the official exactly that, as at the free throw line is Schulte has a chance for a three-point play. That was just her second basket in this game. And she missed it. Rebounds taken down by Cheetah. My, oh my, we're tied at 62 with 3 minutes to go. I don't know if my ticker can take it. Brown swings it left side to Jensen. Jensen tosses it on the left side to McCura. McCura's guarded by Schulte, dribbles to right, hands it off to Brown. Brown, free throw line extended left. Ooh, wide open was Jones on the baseline. Now they get it to Jones. She'll pass it to Brown. Brown, who hit a three from the NBA range, is standing right about where she hit that triple. Now bounces it left side to Cheetah. Cheetah dribbles inside the paint. It's shut off, has the ball knocked away from behind. Might have been a foul, not called, but they get it in the right corner. Couple of left-handed dribbles by Jones. Scoops it back to Brown. Brown gets it back to Cheetah for three. It's badly missed. Rebounds taken down. Boy, that came up short, and it was behind the right line. Tyler got the rebound. We're tied at 62. Again, going right to the basket and getting fouled. That's what the plan is. They're just going right to the basket. Is Maple Grove, because they know they're going to call fouls. Meanwhile, Coach Clemens, I think, is telling McCura that right now, too. Hey, let's do the same thing. Come on now. They're going to call fouls every time you drive to the basket. You drive to the basket. Free throws made by Schulte. This is a sophomore kind of taking over in the overtime. She scored all their points and hits them both. 64-62 Maple Grove, 2:16 to go on the OT. Don't settle for those outside shots now. Take it to the basket. Pass goes out front to Brown. Back to Jensen. Jensen will shoot a 10-footer. It's no good. A little pull-up 10-footer instead of going right to the rack. And here comes Maple Grove the other way, right to left. Schulte dribbles up the right sideline. I guarantee they'll get in attack mode. Looking for a foul again. Pass comes out front to Tyler. Now back to Schulte. They hand her the ball. Schulte being guarded by Jensen. Schulte dribbles to her right, goes in, shoots the shot, and makes another layup. This is a lady who had 2 points coming into the overtime. She's got 6 in the overtime. It's 66-62. Jensen out front loses. The defender goes right to the basket and scores, but does not get fouled. She's got all 4 of Lakeville North's points. It's Schulte and Jensen here in the OT. 66-64. The Panthers need a stop. Schulte will bring it up again, and she'll get in attack mode again. She'll back up. They're running a 4-low offense. Here is Maple Grove now. They almost had a turnover there. She hands it to Maliner. Maliner now has the ball. She'll back up with the basketball. They've got the lead. We're approaching 1 minute to go in the game. They're looking to hand it off. That was a travel. It wasn't called. Coach Clemens can't believe it. The person who held the ball shuffled the feet, and they didn't call it. So a timeout by Coach Cook. He's going to let the air on the ball here, folks. 54.8 seconds to go. It's 66-64 Maple Grove, back in 30 seconds.
Woohoo! It's what we do at Citizens Bank Minnesota, delivering the best banking services around, starting with our Woohoo Checking, the granddaddy of them all, offering an insanely high interest rate. Next up, Woohoo Simple, the young adult choice. It keeps it simple, now offering Woohoo You, a youth account with amazing rates for those future leaders. Stop by any of our locations in Lakeville, New Ulm, Lafayette, or LaSalle to find out how Citizens can put Woohoo in your banking. Get more information at citizensmn.bank, member FDIC.
66-64 with 54.8 seconds to go on the Citizens Bank Minnesota Lakeville scoreboard. All our stats today is service of H&R Block. They have offices in Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna. At H&R Block, not only do they know their numbers, not only do they know taxes, but you get your maximum refund guaranteed. Autumn Maliner has 19 points for Maple Grove, 13 for Tice. 10 for Lamker and 10 for Schulte. 29 for Jensen for Lakeville North. 20 for James, who fouled out with 1:59 to go in regulation. Right now, it's looking more and more like Maple Grove's going to advance. Getting the ball, Schulte. The ball's nearly turned over. Nearly getting the steal was Cheetah. 48.9 seconds to go. It's 66-64. Of course, Lakeville North had the game, I thought, pretty much sealed with just about 3.5 minutes to go. And then those two possessions where not only did they turn it over, but they fouled. Liner's going to dribble out front. Yep, they let the air out of the ball. 30 seconds to go. Here's a near turnover. The ball's on the ground. It's picked up by Makura. Bounces it to Cheetah off glass. Missed it. Rebound. Brown back up, and it's gone. We're tied at 66 with 19 seconds to go, and Maple Grove again has a chance to win the game. They'll get the last shot for the second straight time. 10 seconds to go. Schulte tells everybody to back up. She's going one-on-one. Schulte goes to the basket, throws up a shot. It's no good. Rebound taken down. We're going to have another overtime. We're going to have a foul. A foul on Maple Grove. There's 0.3 of a second to go in the game. Lakeville North hits a free throw, and this baby's over. And guess who gets to shoot the free throws? I think it's James. Jensen. 81%. She's 3 for 3. No free throw has been bigger than this one, though. She makes this. Lakeville North wins the game because you're not going to get a shot off in 0.3 of a second. And it's good. Lakeville North's heading to the semifinals. 67-66. Unbelievable. Jensen hits the second one, and they're going to the semis. Pass comes in. Horn goes off. Lakeville North 68. Maple Grove 66. Can you believe they called a foul on the rebound off the missed shot by Maple Grove? I'm sure Coach Clemens says it's kind of poetic justice because we had all kinds of fouls called on us all day. Wow. Well, North 68. Maple Grove 66 in overtime. Your final stats. I'll do a real quick wrap as we got to get over to Williams Arena for the Northfield game, but I'll have a quick statistical wrap courtesy of H&R Block. They know taxes. Your maximum refund guaranteed. The Panthers are smiling, clapping, hugging. They can't believe they escaped this one. 68-66 in overtime, back in 30 seconds.
Favorite thing about my street?
It's quiet.
Safe.
The people.
We rely on each other.
And we rely on our Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
The co-op isn't just about electricity.
It's about power.
The power of information.
Efficiency.
Safety.
Technology.
That's why whenever I have a question about energy,
I always call my Touchstone Energy Cooperative first.
because in my community,
I am the co-op.
And the co-op
is me.
Dakota Electric Association is your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Unbelievable. Wow, what a game. 68-66 overtime win for Lakeville North. They shoot 40% for the game. Maple Grove shoots 47%. Free throws, I told you that if they led in free throws, they'd win the game. Well, if this stat is correct, they actually had one more free throw than Maple Grove had one more free throw than Lakeville North, if this stat is correct. Here, I haven't added it on my own sheet. Looking at the live stats, free throws, Maple Grove 12 of 18, Lakeville North 11 of 12. Panthers had 3 more field goals than Maple River, and they win at 68-66. Unbelievable. Again, 68-66 the final. Lauren Jensen, the sophomore from Lakeville North, had 31.7 rebounds. She was unbelievable in this game. 5 for 5 from the free throw line, including the 2 pressure cooker free throws that sealed the deal. 20 for James, who fouled out with 1:59 to go. She also had 10 rebounds. I knew that rebound figure earlier had to be wrong. 20 points, 10 rebounds, double-double for Ms. James. And she fouled out with 1:59 to go. Taylor Brown had 6 points and 8 rebounds. 6 points and 3 boards for Cheetah. 5 points and 4 rebounds for Makura. Remember, our Northfield Hospital and Clinic's key to the game was rebounds. Maple Grove had 31. Lakeville North finished with 41 rebounds in this game. They really out-rebounded them in the second half. Had 20 offensive boards to 9 for Maple Grove. So it definitely was one of our keys to this victory for the Lakeville North Panthers. They also had fewer turnovers. Maple Grove had 13, and Lakeville North had 10 turnovers in the game. Maple Grove was led by Maliners, 19 points, 13 for Tice, 10 for Schulte, and 10 for Lampier. They got a sophomore. This is a young team. I could see them getting back here in the not too distant future. Let's look at that points off turnover statistics, if you don't mind. Points off turnover statistics, 16-11 in favor of Lakeville North, and they win in overtime. In your final, 68-66. Big thank you to H&R Block. They brought you all our statistics. Man, do they know their numbers. They know taxes at H&R Block. Your maximum refund guaranteed. H&R Block, with offices in Lakeville, Faribault, and Owatonna. The Dakota Electric Association, Citizens Bank, Minnesota Lakeville, and the Northfield Hospital and Clinics also brought you Lakeville North basketball. Tomorrow they play at 6 semifinals against unbeaten number 1 rated, number 1 seed Eastview, a team that they lost to by 8 one game and in overtime the other game. So it should be another good one. Again, that's tomorrow night at 6 here on KDHL. Coming up next, it's Northfield against Mankato West from Williams Arena. Roy Koenig will be bringing you that call. Till next time, this is Gordy Kosfeld. Have yourselves a super day.